fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from Nashville. From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. He's got some breathing room. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give? And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
2nd and short now following the fumble. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's stopped. A gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the gun on 3rd down, Haywood. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Derrick Henry. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
A first down carry for Henry. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Jackson now. Going for Jefferson downfield. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Young. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Haywood. And that'll be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Another completion there, and we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of it. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it, not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
He finds his man, complete. That's Young. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Looking to throw. Haywood. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Now, first down run with Henry that time as he maneuvers forward for about 4 yards. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. A toss left, Henry. Able to fight through 1 tackle.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 71 yards. And the Titans have taken the lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Haywood. And this one's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Haywood. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Henry again on 2nd down. Fighting through, and he's got space. And down inside the 15 he goes. 124 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. They'll run and try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose, and this will be scooped up in the end end zone. The defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. The try here for the extra point. And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down, Arrington, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Looking to throw on second down. Haywood. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Haywood. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play there for Minnesota. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on foot. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Operating from the gun, Haywood. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. It's a quarterback sneak, and he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. It's their quarterback with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is down to a field goal. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. To throw is Jackson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in his first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he is going to get stopped at the line of scrimmage. The defense holds here on the final play of the half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Jackson's throw here taken in by Boykin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run with Henry. 1st down and much more for Henry. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Back to throw. Haywood. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
214 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
4th down. Here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. David Njoku there to make the grab.
And the Titans are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Haywood steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Flush to his right. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down.
They'll get that to Amir Smith-Marset.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw on 2nd down. Haywood, space to run past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings! A great effort there. 33 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On second and 11 now. Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to have a third down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the gun on third down, Jackson. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. They'll run for it with Henry. And this is going to be a Titans first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And that is taken in by Njoku. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play there on the catch and run. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Henry again. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Titans are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Haywood. And his throw here is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Haywood. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position.
And Henry gets the call there on 1st down as he pushes his way forward, a pickup of about 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21.
My, oh my, 250 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Jackson.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off down at the 10.
Oh, that's the way to run it, boy.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
This one taken just inside the 10.
And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He'll buy some time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now Jackson. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown.
And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Jackson on 1st down. This will be caught once again by Brown. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And with that, our journey